Jared, I'm informing you that we're now live.
Oh, I could see that. I'm
Okay, cool.
I'm on the stream manager.
All right, sick. Good talk.
You've deviated from the naming convention. It's not breaking, now it's unbreaking.
Oh, it's still got
That-
breaking. It's still breaking is still involved. No worry.
But it doesn't have the literal word breaking at the beginning.
All right.
Character for character.
Oh my
You've
god.
disrupted the chain of being.
You are as mad as ChatGPT whenever small errors are made.
That one. How do you pronounce that? Hjecking?
Hjecking.
Hjecking?
Hjecking. You gotta get the in there. Anyways, yeah, okay, so I went through like 3 different iterations of fixes.
Could you repeat that? You got real robot-y.
Fuck. I went through 3 iterations of fixes.
Okay.
And it turns out that there's actually another secret little trigger hidden in the game files that I can't undo. So
There's a did you say there's a secret trigger?
there's a secret trigger, yeah, that I can't affect. And I didn't realize that this was a consequence of the mod that I was using because I've never had this issue, but after doing some reading, it turns out this is how it's actually supposed to be. And I was either using an old version of the mod previously or something else shenanigansy. But the solution is this: we're gonna stop by the planet that has the least amount of narrative when you land on it, and that planet is Dantooine. We're gonna go through one small.
Are we redoing any? Are we going back to redo anything, or are we
No.
just going forward?
We're moving. We're moving forward.
Okay, so no redos.
No need to redo anything. I already ran the gamut on all of that. So we're gonna land.
I said okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna land on Dantooine, get through one small conversation, which is more of like an intro conversation, but it doesn't have any sort of it doesn't have too much narrative impact. It's just gonna be introducing this is what's wrong at Dantooine, bada bing, bada boom, and then we're gonna leave. So we're not going to do anything huge, and we shouldn't be forced to do anything we don't have to. IIRC.
Okay.
So
that sounds fine to me. You're the Star Wars master. I leave it to you.
Thanks, man. All right, I got.
I was also just gonna
Please.
point out reference that never fails to get old for me. Just like the silly droid noises in the background on is that the Citadel?
Yeah,
Citadel
that's Citadel Station. Yeah,
that's right. The Citadel would be back from Mass Effect.
Yes, correct.
No, I was just gonna say that I'm continuing to uphold my current schedule despite being busy in many other ways. Of getting one video uploaded per day, or scheduled to come out per, VOD per day at least. So hopefully that should get all of our shit from the last year or so uploaded within a couple months at max.
Awesome, that's great.
So here's Dantooine. Dantooine, you said it's like a grassy planet.
Well, so Dantooine was from the last game, right?
Yeah, no. But it is generally a grassy world, right?
It's like a plains sort of temperate climate, grassy world. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this will be a real quick bounce in and out. We'll take you. Hit a sweet okay. Get in.
We're not gonna bring our original party of our son and Attenboy.
No. We just need to. This is again really quick. This is just get off the ship.
Visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator
Plunder?
Dari first.
Plunder.
Wow. Wait, it's being. I thought the Jedi Academy was destroyed.
It was.
How could there be anything left to plunder?
You can dig through the rubble of a destroyed building.
It doesn't look like a destroyed building. This looks like a pretty functioning landing site and everything.
Right, but
this isn't the Jedi Academy. Then this is somewhere else.
We've
Oh, okay.
landed at the Kunda Administrative Center.
Okay. What are you talking about? What are you people doing in the Enclave? Well, I mean, she just said what they're doing. They're plundering it.
Right.
So what horrible not bandit organization is this?
Yeah, I guess we just ask what are you talking about?
You're one of the salvagers, right? Your ship looks banged up enough to be part of that lot, but you look different.
Bruh.
Yes, salvagers. That's a
Hey.
word for it. For what you people do. Hey, my ship isn't banged up. No, it's pretty banged up.
Hey,
But you don't have the right to say that.
Yeah, I like 2. Like, fuck this bitch. My ship is not banged up,
Have you taken a look at your ship recently?
bruh.
Looks like it's been
Yes.
chewed up and spit out by a Wookiee. Twice.
Man.
But you're the boss, so your ship is in just great shape.
Man.
You really don't look
Thanks.
like a salvager, though. Why did you come here?
To kill you for insulting my ship. Asshole. My ship has feelings too, you know. I want to visit the Enclave, but I'm not a salvager. I'm a Jedi. I want to see the Enclave. I'm just visiting. I wonder what would happen if we said we were a Jedi. I don't know if that would go over very well.
I mean, what are your instincts telling you?
Either she'd just be like, "Oh, a Jedi. Yeah, well, you know, tough shit. All your stuff is belong to us now." Or she'd be like, "Oh, this is awkward. Leaves and then like tells on us or something." Those are my 2 basic guesses out the gate without much like consideration, broadly speaking.
And neither of those are necessarily good, so.
Yeah. I mean, one seems like it could be fine enough.
All right, let's do that. I want to visit the Enclave, but I'm not a salvager.
Just to see the sights, right? You're just another salvager.
Bruh.
Go see Administrator Adari in Kunda if you want to get into the ruins.
Hmm.
All right, we could just.
Why do I need yeah, I should go now.
Yeah, I should go.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the Administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
All right, thanks. All right, and immediately, just for good, there we go. Quick save. Back into the ship. We're done with Dantooine for now.
For now, okay.
Yes.
But do we get to have the trigger, the thing that you've been working for a while?
Well, let's see if it happens. Yes. What the fuck?
Nothing happened.
What the
What
fuck?
the hell?
What? No.
Zach, your game hates you.
This worked a second ago. This literally worked. What the actual fuck? Dog, what the hell? Hold on.
Wait, so you tried this exact thing last time?
Literally, I tried this exact thing like a
and it-
second ago. Hold on. I'm just gonna... Give me a second.
And it didn't
Shut up.
play.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up because your game is being stupid.
Yerm. I have Yerm to say to you.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta... Trig... Was it this one? No, it was this one. Okay. Globals, Booleans... Oh, really? That's stupid. All right. Apply commit. Hit OK and close. All right.
Did you forget to do something?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it. Wait. All right. Let's just bang. We're back. Let's go back to here to trigger. Ha. Okay. So now that I've double checked the fucking Booleans, it should be fine.
Booleans?
The Booleans.
The gold bullion?
No, that's Boolean. That's Boolean. It's Boolean.
And what did you say?
I said Boolean.
I don't hear any difference in the words.
It's alright. You don't have to.
Okay. Are you trying to pronounce the spelling or something?
No, it's Boolean. Boolean.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that term.
It's okay. All right, now that I've double checked the fucking shit fuck, let's see if it triggers now. If it doesn't, I'm just going to cry.
You're also not streaming to me, by the way.
Are you eating my ass right now?
No,
Oh,
I
give me a
can't
second.
because I'm not watching the stream.
That literally
Once
sounds
I
like a
watch the
you
stream,
problem.
now I can eat your ass.
There, all right, go to Dantooine. Fuck off. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so we have to do that whole rigmarole again.
It's gonna take like 2 seconds because I'm just gonna skip through the dialogue. I'm just gonna choose exactly what we chose and get through this shit. Wow.
Well done.
Thank you.
Another visitor?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, cool. Done. Now. Quick save again. Please, for the love of fucking God. Work. Work. Work.
Will it work?
Will it
Will
blend?
it blend? Let us see.
Don't breathe
Please
this.
blend.
It's glass
What
dust.
if I do want to breathe this?
Sucks. Got it. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Looking around, I don't. What's happening?
Well, there are our friends.
Oh. Wait a minute. Is that everybody? Are they all like asleep or something? Except us. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, that's the lady who got choked out and was like, "Yes, thank you, Daddy. May I have another?" I mean, is that not like
No,
an
that's
accurate description?
That's exactly what happened.
Who are you? What have you done with the crew? Prepare to defend yourself, assassin. I don't know who you are, but you won't be alive much longer. Let's just start with the who are you?
Who are you?
Okay, no words.
I mean,
only lightsaber, I guess.
All right, let's quick save.
Oh, okay. So she is actually here. I wasn't sure for a moment. Like the whole like water or like a water surface filter over the over the camera when it showed our friends made it. It looked like the same as when someone's speaking to us telepathically, like Kreia.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure, like, are we dreaming or what's happening here?
No, that was the Force.
Okay, so this person is actually physically here.
Yes. So
okay,
we could.
So it isn't just a projection of our mind or something.
No,
or she's like attacking us in our mind.
No, she's very corporeal.
Okay, and that lightsaber is very corporeal and will slice through our very corporeal body if we don't defend ourselves.
Correct. Okay, so.
Well, we must stop this.
This fight's hard. Historically, this fight has been hard for me. So, I'm gonna try to open with stasis and see what happens.
Well, it worked. Now, slap this bitch.
That's so funny. I can't believe that worked.
Ooh, is there a name? Visas?
Visas.
Visas. Okay, fine. Whatever Star Wars pronunciation.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna try this again because I want to do the interesting thing. Hold on. There's an interesting thing that should happen. It's okay. If this doesn't work, then I'm not going to give a shit about it. But I'll tell you about it.
What is the interesting thing?
You'll see. So I quick save before the fight started. So we should just jump straight into it. Hey, buddy. Huh. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I'm out.
It just looks like a normal fight.
I know. I'm so sad. There we go. Bang. Now, Oops. Well, I'll take that. I guess that works. Any stimulant is good. I'll just beat the shit out of her. Actually, she's here. I could just lightning her. Zap. Ow. Zap.
Didn't do quite as much as we'd hope.
That's okay. I'll pop a life support pack. Oh, there we go. That's the thing.
No, we're blue. I don't even know what she did. Is that like a new force ability that we haven't seen before?
Kinda, sorta. It's. I'll explain later, or
yeah. I've never seen that like animation or effect before.
yeah. It's a cool effect, right?
Okay. She's got less health, and we're still doing okay.
Bang, got it.
Okay.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield.
Destroyed her
Master.
lightsaber. Wow.
It is as I heard through the Force. My life
Master.
for yours.
She definitely can't be willing to serve us. She serves eldritch noises.
Are we sure about that? I mean, she seemed pretty like we beat the shit out of her, and she's like, "Oh, you're right. You're stronger. You're my master now."
I mean, I'm pretty sure she could get the shit kicked her shit kicked in by the other guy as well. So, I don't know. Like, I don't trust this woman. She's weird. She shows up on our ship randomly, attacks us, and then is just gonna be like, "No, now I yield to you." I get her off my ship, and then fly off. But you know things better than I do here, but I will not kill you. I mean, we don't need to kill her. I'm sure she'll come back to kill us more again anyway. Arise, but do not attack me again. Yeah, like exactly the question I was just thinking was for. Like, really? You'd place yourself to me? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Unless it is purely just might makes right, but in that case, like, I wouldn't want that person as an ally anyway. Like, better not to have another enemy, but that doesn't mean she needs to be an ally.
I lean towards one. Just, I will not kill you. Just like straight up, like, hold on. Let's talk this over.
Okay, fine, one. That works.
You must. The alternative is only another death. And I would rather die by your hands.
So you just rather die in general. Okay.
So there's a lot. There's a lot of like, there are many flavors of evil, and also a few flavors of good. It's okay.
So many flavors of various flavors of the two genders.
Yeah,
as you say.
There are only two genders: Jedi and everyone else.
So everyone else is Sith then? Because that's basically what
mean,
it still is Jedi and Sith.
That's what the Jedi believe, isn't it?
Yes, but they're wrong. Look, you're wounded. Stand. Let me help you to the med bay. Distribute your wounds. I'm in need of such servants. Scroll all the way down.
Yeah.
Survive your interrogation, or my interrogation. And we don't need to go Sith route. No need to be a shithead.
Mm-hmm. I like 2 or 3.
Yeah, like I'm down to try and like help her out. I guess.
Right. Do you have a preference, 2 or 3?
Not really.
All right, I'll go with 2 then. Look, you're wounded. Stand. Let me get you to the med bay.
I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I
Die.
Wait, so she dies anyway?
No.
Oh no, okay, no, she didn't die. She just
This woman,
she's
a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
What?
A Miraluka.
Yeah, my exact question. What's a Miraluka?
I heard they had a colony on the Mid-Rim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why.
Bruh.
Were the Sith responsible for that? I'd be willing to bet it was the Sith. Also, I can see the Achani woman slightly behind us.
Up. She's like, hey,
halfway
hang on.
off screen. Like, she's one of the crew members. She got caught in the shot. We need to edit that in post.
She's like a blue jeans guy from The Mandalorian.
Maybe she knows. She going to be all right? Will she recover? I have uses for her. How about just one?
Okay.
Well, it was a planet of her people. If they see through the Force, who knows? If they're all Force sensitive, maybe they all saw something through the Force that we can't see, and they left before it happened. Or maybe it killed them.
This seems. Is it just me, or does this dialogue from Atten sound slightly out of character?
It's a little bit weird.
Or like, because I'm either thinking one of two things: either it's not written very well to like match his character, or at least the character that he is at the beginning of the game, or this is slightly adjusted dialogue to match what his character is now.
Neither.
Neither? Okay, so it's just weird dialogue.
This is it is. I will argue that it's in character for reasons.
Okay, because it does sound a little odd, because usually Atten kind of is the
aloof
slightly
one.
slightly standoffish, aloof, I don't really have feelings type thing. And I mean, maybe he could show surprise or something along those lines from seeing this, but the delivery sounds like there's just a little bit too much concern.
I think it's the delivery that's fucked up.
Yeah, like it doesn't quite sound as flat as I would expect from him. And so maybe that's just the voice actor not delivering the line fully in character. I don't know, but it sounds like that might be. If I had no other guess, it would be that just the delivery is funky.
Right.
Maybe it's also the actual writing itself, but regardless, see through the Force. Also, yeah, I thought he didn't really know a whole lot about Jedi, well, I guess he did kill a Jedi, so maybe he does know some things. So seeing through the Force.
Yeah, you want to ask that one, number one, then? See through the Force? Question mark.
Well, no, like I'm more inclined to think plague. Why?
Very topical.
That's so. Wow. That's so random in context, though.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. But that is an interesting thought. Like, if perhaps they can see. Well, I want to say in universe there's been some amount of information that's shown that people or certain kinds of Force sensitives are able to predict future events.
Yes. There's the ability of precognition. In the film,
not universal, but some of them.
Yeah, and it's very like in the same way that Yoda says in like what is it, episode 2 or 3, where it's like always in motion the future is. Oh no, episode 5. That was episode 5. Always in motion. It's always like, hey, even if you saw like the future, you can't actually know that that's the future because like things that are going to change.
Or the one that will happen.
Yeah. It's like things that will change in the near future are going to affect things that may change what you saw.
Well, that's better. I've always been very preferential to that version of like space-time cosmology that it may be possible within a fictional universe with like some kind of magic system to perceive the future, but there's still no definiteness to the future, even among those who are sensitive to it.
Right, exactly.
So it's possible then that some of their Force sensitives perceived something bad coming their way and maybe they evacuated or something. So who knows? Maybe that is a possibility. That's a cheerful thought. That sounds like, I mean, it would be a cheerful thought, but though that wording in context sounds like it would be like sarcastic.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 then. Is she going to be all right?
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
he should have said, "Well, you did beat her
It's-
pretty good,
You
so
did beat the absolute shit out of her.
yeah, these wounds that you inflicted are at least not totally life-threatening."
That's funny.
But I guess she also had other injuries or scars prior to fighting us.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. If her condition changes, let me know. I didn't want to hurt her. I mean, she did attack us, so.
Mm-hmm.
And she did invade the ship, so. Yeah, there's a very fine line there. Let me know when she awakens. I have questions for her. Yeah, two. I have questions for her when she awakened.
Mm-hmm. Hey, buddy.
She is a
Hello.
threat to us.
What?
The walking animations were a little awkward there, but okay. I won't harm her if that's what you're asking. I trust her more than I trust you. Oh, whoa, okay.
I mean,
One is good for now, I think.
Yeah, I was just like, unless she gives more reason to, then there's no reason to hurt her.
I am not
Yeah.
asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she is of the Sith, and she has attacked us once. She should not be allowed to
True.
walk freely on the ship.
Well, she can be, remanded to the medical bay and not allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah, and we've scavenged a lightsaber part.
And if but she still is a Force user, because she can still be dangerous even if she has no weapons.
Yeah.
Light
Cool.
side points gained. Wow.
And we got
wait,
a lightsaber part.
Is she just gonna be? Oh, right. When we were looking for those, is she just gonna be in the med bay now?
No.
No, she's not there.
It just showed that she was recovered. She's gonna be in this dormitory over here.
Oh, okay. Oh, back where we fought her.
Yeah.
Does this area not hold bad memories for you?
Remember that time I
What's her name again?
Visas.
Visas. Remember that time I handed you your own ass in this very chamber?
So we can talk to Visas now, if you would like.
She's doing the I sit on ground meditate
Yeah.
thing. Are you all right? How did you find me? Who sent you? These are all very important questions. I don't know if I'll be able to ask all of them.
We can
I
start
wanted
with
to teach you some of the techniques I learned in my travels. I had some questions for you.
and then I should go.
I mean, we were already asking many questions, and I guess those are other questions by saying I had questions.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know which ones we can or can't do.
Well, let's start with the first three since those are specific, I think, to this conversation.
Okay.
So like we can just start with like, hey, are you all right? I really kicked your ass. Like, you chilling, dog?
Yeah, one.
I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
Interesting. That's not what I asked. Yeah, I asked if you were all right.
Yeah, let's go with one again.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek.
My flesh is healed. A very crude way of putting it, but sure. Okay. I didn't mean to hurt you. How did you find me? Okay, so now we have a new one here with in the med bay we saw your scars.
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
I feel like the answer to that is probably more than one person.
I mean, do you want to ask? It might be worth it.
Sure.
I like that one. Who hurt you?
The scars are many and the causes equally so. It is of no importance.
I would disagree, but okay. How did you find me? Magic.
I felt you. Heard you through the Force.
So yes, magic.
It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
You're like a TV that's been on for a little too long.
I could hear the static ever so slightly from like the other part of the house.
I can hear the ee.
Who sent you?
I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
Did she just say we're not, or imply that we're not living? The thing she sensed from us is not something you sense in a living being?
Very interesting wording, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, she used the present tense when she said, I serve my master. So she still serves Eldritch Noises.
Well, I mean, allegedly.
Then why is she offering to serve us then? Or she's not even offering, she's already decided she wants to serve us.
Because we literally kicked her ass so hard that we beat her into submission.
Yeah, but she's still speaking of her master as if like nothing has changed.
This is a polyamorous relationship, Jared. She can have more than one master. It's okay. We're not kink shaming.
No. There can be only one master.
Gee, what a fucking what would even that term be like when you're selfish, I guess? Yeah, you're selfish, bitch. All right.
So like this isn't a matter like Zach. There's nothing kinky about this relationship like between her and her the dude. Maybe for her, but clearly not for him. I don't think.
It's funny.
So no. The old adage I think stands here that you cannot serve two masters.
Oh.
Well. Such would undermine the nature of there being a master in the first place. Or one of them would have to be superior to the other. I need to know where I can find your master. How did you find me? Did we ask that?
We asked how you could find me, but we didn't ask one yet.
But the one that disappeared was who sent you, but I'm guessing that went away because now we know who sent her, just her master.
Actually, did we ask how did you find me?
I thought we did, which I don't know why it's still here.
Well, we can ask one, because we haven't seen that one yet.
One's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready.
I cannot permit you, so you will try to stop me. Interesting. How did you find me? You are in no position to permit anything. Ready?
Yeah, ready. What do you mean by that?
If I bring you before my master, untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
Okay. Confidence is unimportant. Your master threatens more than just me. I will decide when I am ready. I command you to bring me before him. I order you to take me to him. Scroll down, or is it just that I should go?
It's just I should go after that.
Okay. Should we just go with one?
Yeah, I mean that would be that at least pushes this conversation forward. Your master threatens more than just me.
I cannot. I will not. I would die first and gladly to preserve you untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you.
You tried to harm us, though.
I cannot sacrifice what I have found.
Why can't anyone just ever give us straight answers in this game?
Because Visas is horny.
I mean, I wasn't speaking specifically of just Visas, but okay, Zach.
Because everyone is horny. Do you not understand, Jared?
Everyone wants to play the game of I have information, but I can't quite give all of it to you at this exact moment, even though it's very relevant.
I can't give you all the information until you've touched me in my no-no square.
That's a phrasing that just that you just said. Uh, if he is behind what? What?
If he is behind what has befallen the Jedi, then he must be stopped.
Oh, interesting. My brain didn't quite process that exactly the way I guess it was supposed to be read.
Oh, you're good.
Behind what has befallen. I need to find him and kill him before he is a threat to my power. Now I shall become the true master of the Sith. One's fine.
You will meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it.
I thought
And when
nothing
you
was
stand before
inevitable.
him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready.
Why are you doing this?
There's a greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so.
Okay, well, I still don't understand why it's so. So tell me.
The
Master has trouble detecting me. How are you able to do it?
that one? Yes?
Yep, one.
Oh, okay.
There is much I see my master cannot. I fear it is because of my nature, the nature of my race. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life, all things touched by the Force.
Yeah, where are your people now? Actually, that was one of the questions that came up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction.
Destruction. Okay. And I just saw you do a little silent cheer there, so you actually didn't know if that would be a success.
I didn't think that would work. I thought we'd have to like go through Nar Shaddaa before we could do this, but this is nice.
How was it destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
Yeah, how did you survive then?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
That sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is it everything suddenly went silent? Yeah, one.
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of Qatar. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
Well, that sucks. All of her people were just annihilated.
Yeah. An important point. This was a colony world. Qatar was a colony world. It wasn't the home world of the Miraluka. So her species isn't extinct.
Extinct. Okay.
Yeah, but like
That's at least
yeah.
a cold comfort, but still a shitty situation regardless.
I know, it's like an entire planet of her people are just like, oh, deleted now.
Someone do we not know yet who clicked that delete button?
Well, we can keep digging. Like, you know, who
Okay.
you were the only survivor? Question mark. I think this is the route that gets to the answer. Yeah.
Yes, but it was not survival. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world, and there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own, and he made me see. And for the first time I saw the galaxy, and I wished to die.
Interesting. So somehow all of the emotions that she was feeling in the wake of the destruction alerted her presence to eldritch noises.
Mm-hmm.
So he must be a pretty strong force sensitive himself to be able to detect such a thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, he made you see ?
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them.
And why did your master show this?
He showed
Or
me
show you this?
to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order.
Not sure if you can conflate stillness and order, but I get the idea. I don't understand. It would have taken several Republic cruisers to destroy the surface of Qatar. How did your master do? So he destroyed her homeworld,
Yes.
or not the homeworld of her people, but just like her home.
But her
planet.
home planet. Yeah, exactly.
The planet that was her home.
Yeah.
How did your master destroy your home and kill on such a scale? It's impossible. Why did your master destroy? So either why or how, and two different flavors of how.
I think you would be more interested in hearing the how. And I kind of lean towards two, because it's like, yeah, how did he kill on such a grand scale?
Okay, two.
It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it.
Wait, so like, does he consume like the life? Like, did he consume the life force of all of the, of all the people on her planet?
Yeah, what she's implying is like he was able to strip them of their connection to the Force, and in fact, any and all like ways that the Force touched them, because
And
as Atten, yeah,
like it kills them.
yeah, because as Atten mentioned, they're beings that have a strong connection to the Force, and then the bridge that connects it is like, well, if they're a strong being and they're stripped of the Force and they die, then somehow the Force is like able to like, or it plays a part in them living their lives.
But isn't the Force also the life force in this universe too? Like, it's kind of connected to that.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's not like that's not a necessarily a 1-to-1 ratio, but it is
Sure.
it is intertwined. So yes, you're correct in that front.
Okay. Yeah. So he's like a force black hole.
Yes.
So he can just absorb, like everywhere he goes, he just absorbs like force power and energy or whatever.
He's like a Dyson ball, but for the Force.
A Dyson ball.
Yeah, the vacuum. You know what I'm talking? All right, cool. Never mind. Anyways, that was a pop culture reference that went over your head just entirely.
Yeah, the only Dyson ball I know of would be a Dyson sphere, but you seem to be just mentioning something else.
A Dyson ball is a vacuum.
I'm not familiar with it.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Why did your master destroy Qatar? I mean, I guess it was because he wanted to eat their force, but
because he hungry. Let's ask it. I think she has an interesting answer to this one, if I remember correctly.
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And Qatar, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
Wait a minute. She just said the previous Jedi Council died, but I thought we already knew the locations of other Jedi Masters, including like Atris.
So it's important to recognize that there are, like, as mentioned in the last game, there are like multiple Jedi councils that exist. This would be like,
Oh, there's multiple Jedi Council. I don't remember that being mentioned in the previous game.
well, because like we went to Dantooine, right? And it's like, oh, you got to meet the Jedi Council, and you can ask, like, I thought the Jedi Council was in Coruscant, and they explain, like, oh yeah, that's like the High Council, like those are the Jedi that are like appointed to the High Council, and then like there are other smaller councils that oversee other different facilities of the Jedi, which is why like the group of Rook, Vandar Jar, and what's his
Okay,
name?
right, but that
Yeah.
but they always refer to it as the council, not a council or the council of this specific place.
Right. So
they
when,
always just refer to it as the council, and so
right,
at that point,
which
I can only assume it's just whatever council happens to be most relevant in the
yeah,
situation.
that would be the High
Which-
Council. Whenever they say like the council, I'm pretty sure that's just colloquial for the High Council. So it's implied that like Jedi that were on some, if not most of the Jedi that were on that council at some point, went to Qatar to try and draw them out, and they succeeded, and then they died.
Okay,
But we do, as you pointed out, have a list of Jedi that were on the council that exiled us.
and those were the ones who were on Dantooine,
No,
or no,
they were on. They
or,
were
or
on,
at least a couple of them were on Dantooine
yeah.
in the last game at least. But then they were
Yes.
also part of, I guess, the High Council because we saw that memory.
Yes.
Or no, well, it was a memory for us, but we saw the recording of our exile trial or whatever,
Yeah.
and that that you said was on Coruscant, right?
That was on Coruscant. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But most of the members of that council you said are dead now because they got
got.
they succumbed to the hunger of the Eldritch Man.
Yeah. And like and to note, that hologram, that recording happened 10 years before this game. So things shifted. I'm sure council positions got moved around and everything.
Gotcha. Do we know how long ago Qatar was destroyed?
I do.
Or is
But
that
you
is that
don't.
not is that not revealed yet in game?
It's not revealed yet. I don't remember if it's revealed in game or
Okay.
not. I think it is. I think it is revealed in game.
He attacked it because the Jedi had gone there, or I mean, I think we know one
Yeah.
because they wanted to figure out, I guess, what was attacking them, which was him.
Yeah.
Then two.
He cannot deny his hunger for long. And any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
Or it may starve him, make him more desperate.
I do not understand what you mean.
I'm just thinking out loud. Let's just exhaust the option 1.
Yep.
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat.
Cool.
Sucks for those jetty.
And we can come back and ask our questions later. We should get out of here, so I'll be going now.
Okay.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me.
I believe you can be saved. I don't really know why. I try not to think about it.
Jesus.
It is only that a weak servant is no use at all. I guess the one would be the goody answer. I don't know if she can be saved, but I just would prefer not to have more either dead people or more enemies.
Correct.
Not necessarily that we need more friends.
Right, but getting rid of enemies is important. So yeah, 1. I believe you can be saved.
You must not do this.
Bruh.
I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
It is a weakness. You have curious views for a Sith.
You want to go with that one?
Hold on. No, some power of the. You are too submissive for my taste. Clearly we're not a dom.
Right.
I'm leaning toward 2.
All right, let's do that then.
There is more to the Sith than simply rage or slaughter. There are many kinds of hate, and all of them have the call of the dark side in them. The galaxy is filled with many such evils, and rarely have I seen anything else.
Okay, whatever.
I'm curious, like, what do you mean? Do you care to elaborate, ma'am?
Okay, if you want to. I'm not interested in changing her mind.
World before I entered my master's service. It is
Okay.
not as it was. There is little left of such memories, or the planet itself.
It was likely a long time ago then that it was destroyed if those memories are distant. That would be my guess.
Okay, that's a fair guess.
Should we
I'm curious.
should we dip out of this conversation, or is there still more you want to ask her?
No, let's. I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to get the 1 option again, but I also don't know.
Okay,
Are you up for more dialogue?
that's fine.
Okay. Tell me about your homeworld.
It is not a subject which I have spoken of.
Ah, success.
Since its destruction.
Right. Okay.
I
Wait.
thought we did that already then.
All right. We already. All right. Cool. Never mind. I'll be going. Bye bye. Bam.
Interesting.
Big light side boy.
Hell yeah.
All right. I want to see.
All right. Well, that took almost an hour to complete this long interaction that you
That
wanted to do. So the whole thing that you wanted to trigger was getting her on our ship.
Yes, and now she's a party member.
Interesting. And what would have happened if it didn't trigger at that point that like you wanted?
What would have happened?
Yeah, what would have happened? Like, would she not? Would you just if it didn't trigger when you wanted it to, would it just have never happened at all?
No, it would have triggered after we like landed on Nar Shaddaa and then got back on the ship later. But Visas has some cool dialogue during Nar Shaddaa, and I think it's worth having her around for that.
Okay.
More dialogue, or you just want to dip dang Daru?
I feel like we should move on. We spent a lot of time talking.
Okay. Well, I have bad news for you, Jared.
Let us get a move on. Oh, what? There's gonna be more talking?
The whole fucking game is talking, Jared.
Well, obviously, but there's a little bit more than just talking.
All right, let's go to Nar Shaddaa then. Are you ready?
I'm ready. This is where the exchange is, right?
Yes. Bada bing, bada bam. We're going.
Let's head out then. Blast off from Dantooine.
Yeah.
Still don't like that its name is too much like Tatooine.
I mean, yeah.
But that can't be helped.
It was a planet that was.
Well, here we are, the Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot.
Sure, but also must not forget that the exchange that is which is headquartered on this planet wants us.
Correct.
There's ex-soldiers. How hard would it be if I what's Nal Hutta?
Number 1.
That's I think that's a good opening question.
It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
That bad? I didn't think anything could compel you to bathe.
You spend all day thinking up that joke? Maybe you and Beodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Interesting. Oh yeah, we did already establish that the handmaiden doesn't think highly of Atten.
No.
What do you think is the best one? Best option here.
We could just go down the list, honestly.
All right then.
Yeah, these are all questions.
That works.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ex-soldiers on Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy.
Cool.
How hard would it be to find a Jedi here?
It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
I like
What's a refugee sector awareness? You sound like you've been here before.
Interesting.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice.
That was not a response to to what we said.
Atten was like, "No, I'm not going to answer that."
Yeah, just like that was a complete dodge. So I would guess then that the answer is yes, he has been. It doesn't feel like talking about it,
Right,
or admitting it.
Yeah. All right. So then what's the refugee sector?
Sure.
Not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy.
Right.
Okay. Then how hard will it be to to hide here?
So yeah, 5.
Shouldn't be too hard. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector.
Right. You already talked about that. All right, cool, sweet. So then we can just
Let's take the Ebon Hawk down then.
yeah, let's go
Let's
down.
do it.
I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should
Yeah.
touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's going to find us here.
Couldn't possibly.
So meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Mm-hmm.
I love this. This is cool.
Wait, so it's just a moon,
It's a moon.
literally just like just a moon. Like it has no. Because there are definitely moons in this game that are like planets in their own right.
Yeah.
But here it just looks like our moon.
Well,
So
it's
everything here is like is artificial.
It's an ecumenopolis. Yeah, exactly. Oh, ship.
Interesting shape to it. Must be important, I'm guessing.
Our friends.
Yeah. Black cube and more important.
That the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While she walks upon the smuggler's moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours.
Why must we watch? We've hunted them so long. Now we must wait.
You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Goto's head is filled with madness. Zug family have the galaxy look for Jedi. Jedi finally comes here and we can no longer hunt? There is no sense to it. If you wish to live, you should respect Goto's wishes. The beautiful Jedi has run for years. She will not stay on this moon forever. Let the Zugs defy Goto, and after I've collected their bounty, I'll keep their heads as trophies. You best leave threats unspoken, Hanhar. You were carried far from the world of trees, maybe too far. I hear you not even collect the life debt from the little red-maned human female. She make fool of you twice. If she had crossed the Zug, she would be very dead now. Goto or not, I will carve a bloody swath through your entire family, Zug. I swear it to you.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
It would be unwise to commit violence here. Goto's order was clear. God damn it, this one's too long. We are not to harm the beautiful Jedi while she walks on Nar Shaddaa.
Why are we being called beautiful multiple times by the Twi'leks?
Unless we are attacked first, we are permitted to defend ourselves. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
This Jedi is different. Goto told us to leave the Jedi alone, it is true. But he said nothing of the Jedi's companions.
Oh, good. So they're gonna attack our party members.
Uh-oh.
But of course, the HKs are here. You know, the kitty's favorites. Too bad she's not here to see them.
I know. Shame.
Large shame.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Never have I been to a place so alive with the Force, yet so dead to it. The contrast is like a blade.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours.
Wow. Does he mean that like literally, like you'll just fall down into like the depths or whatever?
It's hyperbole, not hours, but you'll be falling for a little bit. It's like you'll be basically.
Well, that's what railings are for, or do they not believe in railings in Star Wars land?
You know just as well as I do that railings are a fucking option in Star Wars.
That is true. As I said that, I got a flashback to episode 1 where there's like where they're fighting like Darth Maul, and there's all these like what is it? It was like
the power plant or whatever where they had all those pillars of like energy.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was exactly, but that plays with all the energy columns or whatever. And yeah, there were just no railings because I guess railings are optional.
Exactly. Or like in episode 4 when you watch the Death Star fire, and you just see these two dudes at one console, like just on a little platform, no railing, right next to the giant death laser.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember there not being a railing there.
In episode 4, there was no railing. In episode 6, there was a railing. They learned their lesson.
The updated Death Star was brought up to code.
Now OSHA compliant.
That's funny. Okay. Are we going to be okay on the landing pad? It does look a little exposed, doesn't it?
A little bit.
All right. I mean, I'd say that.
You like 2 then?
Any problems with the docking authorities? I'd say 2 or 3.
Let's go with 2 then. I like that. That was a little exposed.
Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system.
Are you saying that we should forge some new identities, get some new IDs?
Atten, it sounds like you've done this before.
Is that an option? Oh no, you're just
no, I was just
you're just remarking that. Gotcha. And I'm sure the answer is yes. He's done that before.
But he'll swiftly dodge out of the way of that question too.
Yeah, if we or comment, like, doesn't matter what we said. If we pointed it out, he'll just ignore it. Well, I mean, I don't think we're gonna have any trouble with the authorities because he just mentioned we don't have to give any IDs here.
Right.
1, are we gonna be okay on the signing pad?
Sure. Most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think.
He thinks.
All right, so then
then let's move on.
All right, then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
Jesus Christ.
Can you two please? Well, in that case, Adnan was instigating it. Can you please, like, just keep your unproductive comments to yourself?
So there's like a million options here. There's 6.
Yeah, there are exactly 6. No more, no less, Zach.
There's a lot of options.
Count.
Please count. No.
Learn to count. Looking for a place to lay low. Yeah, well, eventually those assassins are going to find us. And even if they're not going to kill us, they're going to still attack us.
Right.
And our friends. Wouldn't mind getting new equipment. More about this bounty on Jedi. Wait, what's for if
Zez-Kai-El is here? That's the Jedi Master that's on Nar Shaddaa.
I didn't even remember that being a name of one of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Be silent, come with me. I'd be fine with just saying, like, we'll just see where our path takes us.
Yeah, I like 6 as well.
I don't think it's gonna lock us out of doing anything.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad.
That's a voice they chose to give this guy. Interesting. Wait, what's the name of this species?
Toydarian.
That's right. Are they all just like money grubbing, or is that just the one from episode 1, or the prequels?
I can neither confirm nor deny since I don't have a census of all Toydarians. Actually, no, they're not all money grubbing.
Okay.
That was explored in the Clone Wars. They're not all money grubbing, but they have a reputation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have to force persuade this one.
Yeah, you wanna do that? Force persuade? I think it'd be fine where it is.
Also, junk. You're lucky my ship's gracing your trash heap.
I kind of like 4 because it's a little like stop calling
Sassy.
my ship trash. Fuck you.
Yeah, I know it's seen better days, but like, can you all stop commenting on its crappy like state of being at the moment?
Do you want to do 4 then? I'm down.
I mean, as long as we'll eventually be able to keep our ship here, I don't really care how this conversation goes.
Yeah, let's do 4 because it's very silly. You're lucky my ship's gracing your trash heap.
Huh? My trash heap? Fine, land there. My trash heap's all that's keeping your ship from making the final plunge. And trust me, it won't be long in coming, I promise you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the 2 of you can work it out when they arrive.
Wait.
All right, cool. Good talk.
Did he just say, like, did he just imply that he knows that there are people after us?
No. He was implying that there are other people booked for the landing pad. Like, you know how Anne said most of these are like unclaimed and unsupervised? Well, we happen to land on one that is claimed and supervised.
Gotcha. Okay. So who do we want to take right now?
I'm trying to think of like all the interactions that like I'm gonna shift like jump party members around during this so we can get like peak interactions.
Okay.
I think this is good to start. Kreia and Atten.
2 of our oldest party members here.
Our oldest friends, and then we'll level you up. Skills. Boom, boom. Okay. Cool. Atten's all leveled up. Yes. Okay, we're good there. I believe. Actually, are these the guys?
Are these guys going to attack us?
I'm thinking like. Oh, I know how to do this. I know how to do this one.
Are we maxed out on light side points?
Yeah.
Oh well, we are the very good girl. Look at that column of light behind us. We are the most good.
Say it again, Jared. Say it directly into the microphone.
Zach, you're a good girl.
Oh.
Zach just came in his pants. I was gonna say jeans, but I'm not sure if you're wearing those.
I'm wearing sweats right now.
Actually, I was as I said jeans. I was thinking you're probably wearing sweats or something more cozy. Actually,
yeah. Okay, I think this is the. Yeah, no, we're good.
Just go for it, dude.
Yeah,
like, stop standing here thinking about it.
You wander too far, human. We warn you what happened, but your kind not listen. Break legs, maybe you not wander so far.
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in.
Know your place, human. Your place is there, not here. Another human. What you look at?
A couple of cowards without the stomach for a real fight. Not inaccurate. A bunch of corpses. I see several dead creatures that are yet to be dead.
Yeah.
I'm all right with 1.
1?
Or 4.
I'll go with 4. What's going on?
Or 4 is the less aggressive one, I guess.
What is going on here? Exchange business, human. Not for your seeing unless you want to lose your eyes.
Exchange business. That's why I'm here. To destroy the exchange.
Yeah.
And that means you. Will you hurt this man? Stand away from him. Just try it. We'll see who loses what. 2?
Alright, we'll go with 2. I won't let you hurt that man. 1 human, not amusing fight. More than 1 human, a little better. Spill more blood.
Yeah, I figured that probably would aggro them some, but
yeah,
don't need to, I guess, be overly aggressive.
Just...
That run seemed like a little slower than it needed to be from the lizard guy.
Yeah. He was saved from stasis, but I think he's slowed anyways because he's still affected by the force power. Bang. Cool. Give me those remains. Thank you very much. 5.
Not give me their stuff. Give me their remains.
Give me their remains. All right, let's talk to the man.
Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure.
They would have broken both my kneecaps. Why were they hurting you?
Number 1.
Save your gratitude. You owe me. Give
like
me money or something.
I like number 3 is really funny.
I may still cripple you if you prove useless to me.
You want 1?
Yes. If you don't prove useful to me, like, what? Yeah, like if you do that, is it always just money, like that you can like extort people for?
I think so. I think it's like 99% just getting money.
You can pay me either in Ethereum or blowjobs. Only those.
No cash. Oh yeah, why were they hunting you?
Well, they work for the exchange. For a Quarren named Viscus.
Hunting, not hurting.
He's looking to step up in the exchange. The only language the exchange respects is money, so Viscus is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place, so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately.
Sounds a little bit like your classic capitalist situation to me.
All right. So yeah, what do you mean? Tell me more.
The exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it.
All right.
Where can I find this man?
You don't. He comes to you.
Oh.
If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing.
Just shut up and get out of here. I was glad to help. You better head out before you run into any more trouble.
Yeah.
2.
Whatever your reasons, thanks.
You're welcome.
We'll get more good boy points that we don't need, but sure.
All right.
I'm guessing those are oil stains on the ground, not like oddly colored blood.
No, that's piss stains, dude. Yeah, that's oil stains. That's like
okay. I guess I thought they were there before the fight.
They were, yeah. The nondescript liquid stains.
Gotcha. No, or I'm fine with them being piss stains.
Yeah.
Get your right click shit out of here, dude.
I'm sorry. All right, cool. All right,
Who are these people?
You might hate this, but this is important.
I might hate it.
Yeah.
I saw what you did to those exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need?
Why should I do that? I like how the first option is here. Take $5.
Please take $5 and leave.
Another for you. Get out of my way. Are we still like sitting pretty with money? Because I've not checked our wallet in a bit.
We are very sitting pretty with money. We have tens of thousands of dollars.
Get out of here before I kill you. I'll give you $10 to never talk to me ever again.
Here's $5 fun bucks to not come back. Number 1 then?
Do we? Well, what happens if we don't?
It's
like, do we know anything else about this guy, or is he just asking for money?
He's just asking for money.
Okay.
So this is a fun interaction This is a fun interaction because it forces you to do something, and there's a reason for that.
I mean, we have a bunch of money. That doesn't really matter.
I also quick save, so if you want to come back and try this again and do another thing, we can.
Okay.
So.
Well, one is fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Thank you, stranger. I won't forget your kindness.
And then he walks away, and
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands.
So it's just what it's just the response we get from Kreia.
Yep.
I thought it was gonna be like a result of from him. I didn't quite like his voice. He sounded kind of sleazy. Thank you. I won't forget your kindness. Like, okay.
Yeah.
If nothing else but to survive. Nothing is set. As long as there is hope, there is a chance for redemption every day. Doesn't quite sound like it's exactly what she's responding to, but kind of stand by, let others suffer. I'm fine with one.
Yeah.
Or just I don't want to talk to you, old woman.
This interaction is, like I said, we can go back and look at the other options if you'd like. But yeah, we can
One's
do one.
Fine.
Yeah.
And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another?
You cannot know that. Does your pessimism run that deep? Of course it does. It looks like 1 and 3 are about the same. Like, and what if he doesn't?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it. Thanks, Carl.
1 or 3.
All right. I'll 1 is fine. You cannot know that.
The force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist.
That is a lesson I will never learn, for I do not believe it. I shall never stop trying to help others. I will consider what you have said. There is wisdom in what you say. Perhaps I shall not be so quick to offer aid in the future. I do not want to talk about this. So what would have happened if we hadn't given him money?
Do you want to go back and see?
Well, but then we'd have to go through all this again. Like, can't you just tell me what will happen?
It's completely different, dude. It's not like going through this again. It's different.
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean? Oi, it's all right. Listen, it's interesting. All right,
because then we have to listen. Because then we have to listen to more of Kreia's pontification.
But that's the point. All right, bitch. That's the point. That's the point of this whole interaction. Fuck you.
Is just listening to Kreia tell you more about how she hates everything.
What? Yeah, but that's the point. It's like it's painting the bigger picture, man. I'm going.
If you want to go back and do it.
I'm
going to go back and do it again. That's fine.
I do. I'm going to say 3. I will consider what you have said and just like placate her and be like, all right, I'll think about it. That doesn't mean I'm going to act on it.
His hatred is growing stronger, I see. It is. I'm not a fan of Kreia. Kreia is annoying and trite. And I don't find there to be any wisdom at all for all of her like all the hot air she blows our direction.
I'm telling you, there's a reason she is the way she is. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm sure there are reasons too. Like clearly, we've already seen some more of it. I'm not saying there are reasons, but that doesn't excuse anything or make it in like, or mean there's any deeper meaning. It's just okay. I understand, but you're still wrong. But sure, let's do the. I will consider this and then do a quick load.
Yeah.
Good. Mind what I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place.
Yes, and its proper place to you would be doing nothing, and then also
I don't think that's
bringing harm to people.
I don't think that's what she's saying. Like the words that she
There's not many other ways to like extrapolate that.
What she said was be mindful. She's not saying don't do it. She's just saying like think about it.
Well, she is saying to not do it. She's saying don't help other people. She said it earlier. Like not what she just said at the end there, but earlier. Like you do more harm with an open fist than with a clenched one.
She said be mindful lest you do more harm. She didn't say you will do more harm. It's my turn to pick words apart, Jared. That is exactly what she said.
That's not the way it's framed here.
Well, but that's what she said.
Because then also shows but then it shows the effects of what you did there to as a way to prove her point, and say that yes, like if you do nice things to other people, it only brings bad consequences.
But she's not speaking in absolutes. I don't think it's fair to say that she's speaking in absolutes.
Okay, but the framing of this interaction is not leaving any possibility for there to be other outcomes, even if theoretically there can be other outcomes. So, because it would, if it didn't show there to be, if it left it completely open-ended and you don't see what happens with that guy, then yeah, it would have it would leave it up to your interpretation whether or not what we did caused harm or not. But the fact that it didn't do that, it showed what our actions caused. That's now changed like the way the game wants you to perceive her words.
You are very fixated on what this game is showing you.
That because that's important, dude. You never heard like how much showing like matters? Like that's important. Not just what you tell, but also what you show. The game is also showing things.
I know.
But let's do this. Let's do this interaction again. Like,
yeah, so we can.
Let's not give him money.
I saw what you did to those.
Yes, shut up. Okay. 2 or 3, pick one.
2. We don't need to say I'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me, stranger, but if you had some credits you could spare, it would be a great help. Please.
All right. It's making you choose.
It's making you do that. They get out of here, or I'll kill you. Oh, good. We're back to the 2 genders. Okay.
And but there's a reason for
2. 2.
You have no goodwill towards anything I put in front of you. Get out of here before I kill you, and also I'll choose 2 in the game.
Forgive me, stranger, please. I beg you, do not kill me.
And he runs away.
And she's gonna be happy because we.
No, look.
Giving into your feelings over such a small matter, they would be better served elsewhere.
Oh, really? There's no pleasing you, Kreia. See, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do.
That's the point. All right, cool. Anyways,
that's the point, to illustrate that it doesn't matter, like that nothing matters to her. She'll be upset either way.
Yeah. Yes.
So then she doesn't act. So then it doesn't act.
It does matter.
No, like not that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to her. She's disingenuous. She doesn't actually believe anything.
Well, no,
that's not true. She will just say whatever. You're breaking me.
No, that's not true, because we were given a duality, like you said. Oh no, we're back to the duality. Oh no, she's gonna be happy with dark side, and she's not, and that's the point. The point is she's not happy with the duality.
She's incoherent is what she is.
Maybe you just have some wax in your ears, dog.
No, I'm hearing what she's putting down, dude.
Yeah,
I'm watching what's happening.
I know, like many Jedi, you hear but you do not listen, as she would say. She's not an enlightened centrist. She is not an enlightened centrist, and there's a reason she's not an enlightened centrist that we're gonna get to later.
Happy with either. Small acts of cruelty bore me. Take money from others to insult them, to threaten their lives. And I'm guessing it still would have been exactly the same thing had we also done the no and then changed our mind to be yes. It still would have had the same
Yeah, because that's programmed in. That like whole like fine, here's $5. She would have said, why would you do such a thing? Like, be mindful of charity. And this one is
wasting
like,
my time threatening slaves and refugees. What good is power if I cannot use it properly? My feelings serve no one but myself. Lecture me again, and you will find my hand on your throat.
that's kind of kinky.
It would be if this was a kinky situation. Take money from others, insult them, to threaten their lives. I mean, we've taken the dark side route here, so now we have only dark side options.
Now we get to stipulate on the dark side.
2.
All right.
And what would you rather do?
Command the force, yet these small cruelties are all life presents me with. It is difficult to exercise my power unless obstacles are insignificant as this. All the paths show me examples of weakness. 1 or 2?
I'll go with 2. It is difficult to exercise my power when life's obstacles are insignificant as this.
The force binds all things. The smallest,
And she'll just say that again.
Smallest touch sends echoes throughout life. These acts of cruelty may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see.
What do you mean?
Cruelty leads to suffering, and when one suffers, it is the way of life to spread suffering. The suffering within builds until its sound is all one hears, and when a kindness is offered, it is punished, and a greater darkness is served. From one act can come tremendous power when the echo has traveled as far as it can. Send a great echo, and power will come to you. The day shall come when you can test your strength, I promise you.
That's a different sound that I'm used to hearing for the dark side.
Yeah.
Call in the pipe organ. Bad Zach, she is your teacher. No, she is not our teacher. She's definitely not mine.
She is someone that has interesting ideas that don't align with me.
She is a hypocrite and incoherent. And wait, he's gone. I thought you reloaded.
I did reload, so I'm at the end of the light side route. We did the light side thing.
Oh,
Kreia said be mindful of charity, and then you said no. She said no, be mindful of charity, and I'm like, but Jared, she said words, and you said no, it doesn't matter.
I didn't process that you actually dropped a save there.
I did drop a save.
I was too busy thinking about the shit that went down.
No, you're good. So we can
like that even more so it illustrates like her problems like intellectually and like the limitations of her capacity to actually be a teacher, in that it doesn't matter whether you're cruel or kind, it will still upset her. And also that the fact, as I think has been said at some point before, that it still frames good and evil in terms of individual actions. Because sure, one can critique the efficacy of individual charity, but that's not, or the way it presents that moral question is only within the framework of individual actions, as opposed to saying, okay, maybe giving a little bit of money to this person here may not accomplish very much, or may cause them a little bit of suffering later, but the deeper structural issue is to then ask the question, how did they get into that situation in the first place?
Right.
And so
which is the question that's begged out of this.
But for somebody who has a structural analysis, but not the way the game presents it, because the game it's still too liberal. It can't present a structural critique, so you can't. It doesn't allow for the option to say, okay, but how can we change this structural issue here that produces poverty and homelessness and other kinds of suffering, in order to make sure that it doesn't happen like as often or to the extent or to the severity that that we can see it. So
I mean, sure,
it doesn't.
in this moment, because we were presented with the dichotomy, I think that you're right. But I would still argue that you may not be giving this game enough credit based on only one particular interaction.
It may give that option like later or something, but at least from how it's generally presented, and especially presented here, there is no structural critique. There is only just the individual action, and in that individual action, yes, one can think about either the efficacy or consequences of individual like acts of charity or cruelty, but especially of charity. Then yeah, like she could have, if she had a more sensible thing to say, it could have been something along the lines of, how will you helping this one person actually accomplish something good? Not that it will cause something bad, but just like, like, because people have, like, the reason why this is important because it does have repercussions on real life. And I've heard people make that argument before, like, okay, like you give $10 or something to a homeless person, how do you know they're not going to take that money and then
just
like
go buy alcohol or something? Yeah. I know that
alcohol
argument
or
really
drugs
well.
or something, right? And like ultimately, yeah, you can't know that.
Right.
Which is why I actually have found that whenever I've given charity, and I have given charity before, I usually don't give money. I usually give something
like of tangible value, like food or
yeah, like something that can actually be used, not the medium of exchange to get something else. So like here's food, here's clothing, or something, and like now that's a little harder to ignore because with the money you now have the possibility of using it for something else.
Yeah.
But even if you go with that path of, here I'm going to give you something that's more tangible, someone can still levy the criticism of, yeah, but that only helps that one person. And sure, that does only help that one person, but that's why I don't limit like my worldview to good and bad can only be accomplished through individual acts, and that if everyone was just a little bit nicer, the world would be better. Like we still have to make changes to how we organize our society.
Yeah, I think there was an important thing that she said that I'm sad that it's limited to like the dark side route, but like something that kind of makes it a little more clear as to what she's actually saying is when she says like, like knowing knowing when to find those particular like stresses, those cracks in the structure, and being able to like utilize those to affect a change. That is what in this example she said that's what's going to give you your power. But I think you could also spin that to apply to charity too. It's like knowing how to affect, or how to what's the word, like do charity, give charity, how to act charitably, question mark. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And I did catch that a little bit there in the dark side interaction, that there was just a slightly bit more nuance there, but none in her critique of the of doing like something like on the good side or light side,
which frustrates me because
which was just like, yeah, like you did good, that's bad, like
yeah,
okay, and then I do bad, like no, that's bad too, like so everything's bad, and you don't actually have any genuine like any worldview, just everything is
well, it is a worldview. I
everything
think again, the point is like you were saying, like these small things, it's like, well, they have the potential to do good or bad. It's more of like vaguely gesturing towards like, well, how can we affect this in structurally, like what small acts do we have to do to actually affect greater change. And I'm frustrated personally that she only says that in the dark side route, because that is applicable in the light side route. But I can understand your critique and criticism of what was written and what was presented, as opposed to what we can extrapolate on.
So yeah, I can't fully decide or discern whether or not she is kind of an enlightened centrist, because the fact that she criticized both feels like it could be, but also the fact that centrism is still a consequence of alienation.
Right, exactly.
And the fact that she seems to be going with something that sounds like she hates both, it just sounds like a consequence of alienation. But you're also trying to say that, you know, there's still more to her, so I can't fully decide whether or not I understand how she thinks, but I still think like whether or not the writers know what they were doing when they wrote her, or wrote her lines or designed her character, there is still a lot of like alienation going, because in any social context where you're dealing with people who are not alienated from one another, the concept of not giving what you have to others is unconscionable. In fact, that was like the very thing that like when Native North Americans came in contact with Europeans, they found it deeply inhuman that there would even be it would even be on the table to consider not giving what you have to someone else, always with the knowledge that someone else will give something to you. Like that is part of human cooperation that has allowed us to like thrive and be like like the kind of species that we are, that build what we can do, build what we can, and achieve the things that we've done because of how cooperative and sociable we are, and not through seeing everything purely through the lens of confrontation or competition. And so and that mindset is born completely out of violence, abstraction, and alienation. And so so anyone who adopts that kind of worldview can only affect some degree of violence, either small or big, but it's still going to be violent. Which is why I think that anything she says really needs to be taken with a grain of salt.
I mean, yeah, which is why it's just kind of like we say, okay, we'll think about it. Like, we'll let you talk, and we'll say, okay, Grandma. But I will say just to defend her a little bit, because like again, I think that your criticisms are accurate and correct. And like you've seen, there's reasons behind why she is how she is. There's a bigger overarching reason that we haven't actually dug our claws into yet. That is like the meat of the game, basically. Anyways, we can talk to this man.
Spare a few credits, friend.
Is this gonna be the same thing?
No.
No, but it's seems to be going the same way.
He's still asking. This isn't a Kreia interaction, I promise you.
Okay. I can't exchange for some information. I have nothing to spare. I have nothing to spare, or lie that you have nothing to spare. Take your peddling somewhere else. I don't think it wouldn't be peddling. He's not selling anything.
So we could just give him money,
at least that's my understanding of the word peddling.
Yeah.
Might he actually have some information to give us?
Well, we can ask.
Sure.
Cool. I can, in exchange for some information.
All right. I don't know much beyond the refugee sector here, but I can share what I know.
I mean, that's still helpful. Oh, do you know? Yeah, let's not say Jedi Master. Just do you know someone named? Is that? I can't tell. Is that Kai or Cal?
Kai, Zez Kai L.
Zez Kai L. Yeah. Do you know someone named Zez Kai L?
No, should I? He doesn't sound like a Hutt. What, is he a bounty hunter or an exchange boss?
No. Tell me about the exchange center.
You mean about the refugee sector?
Oh, yeah. The refugee center. If we said Jedi Master, would that cause problems?
No, it would just cause like some confusion.
Okay. Well, let's just say, tell me about the refugee center.
This sector's filled with refugees from the Jedi Civil War, and even as far back as the Mandalorian Wars. Refugees and war veterans both, and anyone else who was rendered homeless by the war. The Jedi destroyed planets across the galaxy, and here's where the wreckage ended up.
It's just called them Jedi, but you mean the Sith. But he thinks the Jedi did it.
I mean, we can make a comment on that.
So, yeah, it doesn't seem to know the difference between a Jedi and a Sith. Though there is, of course, the argument to say what really is the difference.
Yeah, it's like, well, especially to the plebs of the galaxy that don't have control of the Force. It's like, what really is the difference between different factions of like space wizards?
Yeah, I mean, well, especially where it's just the only difference between them is just, I guess, on a lot of philosophical level, in what direction is their violence being directed?
Right, right.
I mean, we could point that out, but
Yeah,
I would imagine his comment would be something along the lines of, "I'm not sure the
So,
difference matters."
What's the? Oh, let's do that just for fun. The Sith did this, not the Jedi.
That's two names for one thing.
Ba, ba, ba.
It's difficult to tell in the Crossfire, and the Sith were led by Jedi. In the end, it didn't make much difference.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So he actually made the comment that we expected him to.
Yep. Yep.
Why are there refugees here?
A lot of space lanes cross at Nar Shaddaa, and once here, it's hard to move on. Even fighter pilots from the war can't get work at the docks. The freighter crews are full up. There's no work here and no way out, unless you want to become a hired muscle for the exchange or work in a hut slave camp.
All right, see you later.
Friend, you did promise some credits in exchange for information.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, wait a minute, there's no option to give him money. Just 5? We can't give him a little bit more? Okay.
No, we're only allowed to give $5.
Okay, well, hopefully there's maybe a situation where that $5, like that 5 credits is like maybe what 5 credits or $5 was worth in the U.S. like 100 years ago or something. Like it'll go much further than it would go today.
Right. Here's $5.
Look, one other thing. It's obvious you're new around here. I can tell it just by looking at you. Nar Shaddaa can be a rough place and easy to get lost in. If you want, I can keep an ear out for you. Let you know if I hear anything.
Sure, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll do that then. I'll come seek you out if I hear anything I think you might want to know.
Credits lost.
Cool.
$5. All right, cool. So we
Haven't heard anything.
Whoops, sorry. All right,
5
bye.
entire dollars.
All right, so now real quick.
Which direction do we want to go?
Well, we're gonna get Cray out of our party because it was just for that interaction, and then we'll add the handmaiden in.
So you're telling me the actual solution to Kreia and her annoyingness is just not having her with us ever?
Well, no. See, if we did that whole thing, then she would have contacted us telepathically, and I think it's more poignant if she's with us in the party, rather than like giving you a phone call over the Force and being like, "Hey, why'd you do that?" And you're like, "Bitch, you weren't even here."
So she'd still do it. She would just complain to us from the beyond.
Yeah, so like I like that interaction because it has that introduction of like the finding the critical point in the mass, only for the dark side though. But I dislike it because it's forced. But I understand why they gave the dichotomy so that they could criticize the dichotomy in general and not having like somewhere to something more substantial, right? Like again, that was the issue with the last game that you were always complaining about. It's like, why do we have this dichotomy? So here's the problem again, and this is the developer saying like, see, the dichotomy is fucking stupid.
I suppose. I still think like the criticism of that dichotomy could be executed a little better.
Right. And I'm not gonna.
Well, I guess.
I think you have a point there.
But yeah, because like. Because there is a difference, I think, between just to not sound.
Uh-oh.
What did she want?
Not much. Just answers to some questions.
Really? Interesting.
Who's that? Oh, and then she just disappears.
That's funny.
Anyway, I was gonna say, just to sound like I'm not being hypocritical in like my criticisms of like the last game. Like, yeah, I too don't like the fact that it was always, just the two genders of good side or bad side, like light versus dark.
Yeah.
Is that the it's definitely annoying when those are the only options available to you, especially when they feed directly into whether you're being like a Sith or a Jedi.
When in reality there are several flavors and several like layers to that.
Yeah, and so like in that context, like it feels more reasonable to make that criticism when it doesn't offer you any other path than just one of these two sides, especially when it still when what it views as being light side isn't necessarily light side, or the faction, I guess, like the Jedi. When, as that guy pointed out, like, in practice, what really is the difference between a Jedi and a Sith?
Yeah.
And so taking that into this situation, or like into this game, then I feel like there's a better way to criticize that dichotomy than simply criticizing individual acts of like goodness or something. Because now you're not really criticizing the dichotomy, or even the false dichotomy between Jedi and Sith, and now you're trying to extrapolate it to a larger ethical argument, and those aren't the same thing.
Right.
And so, which is why I'm still not entirely sure I'm fully on board with the way this game is trying to problematize it. It's still trying to problematize it, but it's kind of being done in a sloppy way at times, and especially if Kreia is the vehicle for that, like criticism, it's definitely very haphazard and could be done better. Like, I'm glad they're doing it, but the execution could be much more
much stronger. Yeah. And I think that's accurate. I think that one
because I feel like I think it's like it has the danger of undermining itself, because it's coming from the mouth of somebody who doesn't actually have a good sense of the moral issues that she's criticizing in the first place.
Right. Actually, hold on. I do need Kreia for one more thing. I forgot about this. All right, stop freaking out. No. I think you're right. I think one thing to keep in mind that is even more frustrating about it is, like, I think these things probably could have been ironed out even more if Obsidian was given more than like what was it, 14 months to make this game. 14 to 18 months.
That's all they had?
That's all they had. They only had 18 months. Actually, I think it was more like 16 total. But yeah. Like, it's amazing this game exists. But yeah, no, I think you're right. They could have been stronger. Anyways, this man's has, all right, junk dealer. You buy, all right. What are you trading? Right. He has droid parts.
Can we put those on our son?
Well, he has actually other stuff. So he has this control cluster that we don't need at the moment. This is fucking expensive. I don't need that. Weapons, armor, misc. Yeah, he only has droid stuff as well as this one utility belt. He actually doesn't have very much fascinating shit. Okay. But here's this droid IT-31. Hey, buddy.
Woo.
You don't look so good. All right, it sounds like you have a full maintenance array. What happened, buddy? What were you doing on a scrap heap? And he yells at you some more. I'm surprised you still look intact after the implosion. After the explosion. If I find your master, I'll let him know you survived. Alright, cool. Thanks, man.
Interesting.
Beepy beepy. Oh.
By the way, did giving that those $10 to those guys bankrupt us, as the kitty said?
No. We have $37,000 still.
Awesome. Turns out Zach is not bankrupt. We are doing just fine.
Yeah. Oh, this guy.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
I'm sorry. Is he trying to claim he's the owner of the Ebon Hawk?
I mean, yeah, dude. Like,
what makes you think the ship's yours?
It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the Mid-Rim, near the close of the Mandalorian Wars.
That's so. If you can prove the ship is yours, I'll give it back to you. Yeah, we're not going to lose our means of travel. If you couldn't hold on to it, you didn't deserve it. You're not taking my ship unless you want more trouble. Handle it. That's all there is. Like,
yeah. I will say, because I know this game, as you've pointed out, one at this point is the best option.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can prove the ship is yours, I'll give it back to you.
The registry's 34 P7JK. It's got a temperamental hyperdrive, and the turrets can be sluggish and unresponsive against fast-moving fighters. She's also got 2 secret compartments, one in the cargo hold, right near the plasteel cylinders in the back, and the second beneath the bunks in the starboard cabin.
That just proves that maybe you were on it. Not that you owned it.
Like, that's right, but I didn't know about the cargo hatch. Interdasting.
So,
I
you
thought
gonna
we
hand it over
didn't
now,
know
or
that.
are you going to be difficult?
Oh, there's no option. Yeah, there's no option to point out that, like I said, that it was like that doesn't prove that you owned it. Only that
you've been on it.
That you've been on it, or maybe even just that you worked on it, like as a crew member or something.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that would have been a salient point to have made or added as an option here. That like it doesn't necessarily prove it.
So
how did Revan come to have the Ebon Hawk again?
We stole it from Davik.
Where did Davik get it from? Probably like just stole it.
I mean, the implication then is Davik stole it from this guy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, before this game came out.
I don't think we actually know, because Davik just mentioned it was his pride and joy. He was like, my pride and joy, the Ebon Hawk, and shit like that.
So there's no indication as to where he got it. But
no.
Being a criminal, he probably acquired it through less than honest means.
Probably.
Makes sense then. Yeah, can I buy it from you?
No deal. A ship's worth its weight in spice on Nar Shaddaa, and nothing's worth being trapped here another year scrounging freight jobs.
Okay, so
what do we do here then?
There's
seems we are at an impasse.
Seems we're at an impasse.
He wants a ship, and I don't want to give it up. So
everything will work out fine, Jared. I promise you. But number one is really funny. If the ship is yours, I will return it to you.
Okay.
Good to hear you aren't going to challenge it. That makes things a lot easier.
Are you sure you wish to do this? If so, we will be forced to remain on this moon until we can hire transport out.
No hard feelings, I hope. Don't worry. You shouldn't have any trouble finding transport off Nar Shaddaa on your own.
Oh, really? Because it sounded like a second ago like it would be, as it has been for you, like you haven't been able to find transport off this rock anytime before now.
I like number 3.
Not at all. Flying the Ebon Hawk is like painting a target on your forehead. I'm not doing you any favors.
Also, is it just me, or does it look like he's wearing like camouflage shorts and high socks?
Oh yeah, it kind of does. Is that actually what it is? Like, cause it does look like the same color as his skin palette.
It's supposed to be like I think it's supposed to be leg wraps, and they're not supposed to be like skin, but it looks very silly.
It kind of does. Also, and this other guy has the exact same clothing set as well.
So hey, why are you cheering right now?
Just gonna put himself right between us and cheer. This is definitely not an awkward encounter.
What a fucking asshole.
And then just walk away. Says nothing.
Alright, thanks.
What should we say here?
I like 3. 3 is also very true. It's like, since they're aware that I'm flying the Ebon Hawk, it's like, well, have fun, idiot. I'm not doing you any favors.
I'll be going now. Get used to the solid ground beneath you.
Sugma, idiot.
What an asshole.
What an asshole. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna level Beodur up. Up. Bam. Boom. 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 Yes. Okay, yes. And accept. Great.
And he's all the way at max light side as well.
Yes.
Where's Atten at this point?
He's getting there.
Oh, he's pretty light too. Like wasn't he slightly light side, but still kind of in the middle at the beginning?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Can this guy like
Oh wait, actually,
stop with his cheering randomly for no reason?
I forgot I needed this. Okay, cool, sweet. We got one more fun Kreia encounter. That should happen right about.
Joy.
Disturbed. I can feel them like a shiver running through you.
Like a vibration. There's a craving in the air. Uh-oh. Is
Mm.
Eldritch Noises on his way?
No.
Or are we just feeling him?
We're just feeling something.
I think we're feeling him. We've already heard him described as a hunger.
I think
a craving.
Yeah, we can choose any one of these three. I think they all lead to the same thing. I like 2. 2's kind of funny. I feel the background noise.
Okay, 2.
It is Nar Shaddaa, the true Nar Shaddaa that you feel around you. It is this moon, with the metal and machines stripped away and the currents of the Force laid bare.
Interesting. Then why did you describe it as possibly being a hunger? Because that would have been, like the dude. Interesting that she didn't she describe it as being dead, or was that the our new companion, like, who described this place as being dead?
That was Visas. Visas said like it feels so alive and yet at the same time it feels dead.
Feels so alive, but with desperation about it. Cursor. Moving fast, almost frantically. Maybe 2?
Sure.
I'm surprised you can feel it. I fear the damage to you had deadened you to such perceptions.
Deadened us.
Is the echo of the minds of these creatures within the Force. Their anger, their greed, their desperation. It is life.
Equating life with greed and desperation? Okay. A classic Kreia move there.
Oh, but look at number 1, though.
You were just robotic. Say that one more time.
But look at number 1, though.
The anger and desperation, is there some way to heal it? The sound, the vibration, the strain. The vibration is strange, tense. Is it possible to manipulate it to control these people? 1.
One might as well heal the universe, but such manipulation is possible, yes. It requires that one be able to feel the critical point within the fractured mass, and know how to strike it in such a way that the echoes travel to your intended destination.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know why this guy decided to join our interaction. The fractured mass. Like, is this what you mean about trying to offer more than just individual action? Because it's not offering more than individual action.
How do you mean? How do you mean it's not offering more than individual action?
Because it's still focused on something that we do.
Sure.
Do you see that? Like, it's not saying, we change, like, we get rid of the exchange, or we like change like how the economics or politics of this society, like on this planet, functions, or anything. It is just, there is a fractured mass here, which sounds slightly meaningless. It's like I guess what I think what she's trying to say, but like it's hard to really say what it means. It's kind of vague.
You're forgetting something really super important about all of these interactions.
What? That they're coming from Kreia and that Kreia is incoherent?
No, that I'm a fucking space wizard. That there's there's another party involved in all of this.
The Force, you mean?
Yes, the Force, I mean.
Okay, but that still doesn't erase like the point I'm making, that that's still an individual action.
Okay, sure.
The action of an individual person. But also the Force can't just make things happen one way or another. You don't just Thanos snap your fingers and make reality the way you want it to be.
I mean, Can't you, though? It's the fucking Force.
No.
It connects everything in the Star Wars universe.
No, Zach, you clearly do not have the power in universe to snap your fingers and make everything just better.
I mean, maybe not yet. I'm only level 17.
You're saying that by the end of this we become God?
I mean,
and we can make reality what we want it to be?
You laugh, but like there's yes, this has implications with real life, but again, at its core, this is like this exists within a universe where the Force exists. Where yes, you saying this is individual actions, sure, that's fine. However, in that same breath, the idea is that the individual action of someone who has control over the power of the Force, someone who has space wizard powers, can use those space wizard powers to enact greater systemic change. We, as fleshy humans, can't, and sure, that's a good criticism of this. It's like, yeah, we need to like have systemic change happen. We as individuals can't necessarily do that unless there is like systemic change that has to happen. On the flip side of that, though, doesn't systemic change have to happen through the actions of like a large mass of individuals, a group of individuals creating that change, even if it is systemic?
A little bit more than just a mass of individuals. It's also organization.
Sure.
Different kinds of structures that are involved, not just a lot of people. Like you can have a lot of people do all kinds of like just having a lot of people behind you is not quite enough, though it is necessary.
Right. So like at its core, like that's where it starts.
Sure. Yes, having mobilization is very important, but not necessary, but not sufficient. Would be the term.
Sure. And again, it's like you, as a space wizard in this universe, being able, as she says, feel the critical point within the fractured mass. It's like you're able to find the way that you can, manipulate. She used the word manipulate, but like encourage those around you to enact such change. That's the starting point. It's like then you can start to build those organizations. You can start to like see that change happen through actions that you take. And also you're aided by space magic.
Sure. Space magic would of course be helpful, even if we can't use that in the real world. But how about just one? Like I'm not interested in manipulation.
But healing.
Have you learned nothing? Healing is manipulation.
Not from you.
And if you do not realize it yet, then you will discover that an act of healing depends largely on your perspective. Manipulation is done through propelling events, or selected ones, into motion. It is done through teaching, through example, and through conviction. And the greatest of victories are not manipulations at all, but simply awakening others to the truth of what you believe, of hearing it echoed around you in life. But let us be silent. Words and thoughts are distractions. Feel this moment, for as long as it will last. Feel life as it is, with the crude matter stripped away.
And we get more Force points.
Mm.
Because again, this whole rigmarole was a point to feel our magic space wizard powers more.
Except the vehicle for its delivery was done through a pretty reactionary like way of thinking.
Sure. And I don't think that we should ascribe to that. However, like the underlying, like the foundational thought of it isn't incorrect. It's just the way of going about it, and the fact that like it leans more towards like you being manipulative rather than what's the opposite of manipulative? Unmanipulative? Helpful?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Go to your party selection for a second.
Yeah.
I feel like we have more problematic people than not on this party here.
How do you mean?
Well, our son is good. Our son is pure and wonderful and it has no flaws.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow, maxed out light points too.
Uh-huh.
Wait, the droid can have light side or dark side points?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess, because the HKs can as well. And then Beodur is our good boy as well, that the kitty can also attest to. Atten is getting better, so that's good, though he was kind of awkward in the beginning, being kind of sexist and such. But then we have the Achani woman, who is still a little suspicious. She's a little sus, bro. But then we have two Sith here. And,
I mean, that doesn't seem very Sith to me.
No, she didn't even deny being a Sith when we called her one.
She's currently maxed out on light side points.
I mean, I don't care what the mechanics say. What matters is what she says and does. And she's still acts or she's not doing any harm at the moment, but she still seems to think and act like a Sith would. And Kreia is just an ex-Sith. She's just one who got defeated. Is more or less what she is. She's just a Sith who was defeated by her students, and now is all mad and bitter and just miserable. So yeah, the whole right side of this wheel here is I'm not feeling so hot about.
I mean, but that means we're half and half, 3 and 3.
Yeah, so I guess at least with Atten getting better, like it's not more on the negative side. It's now split a little bit more even.
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Guy in the corner?
This guy?
The Rhodian.
Gita.
Yeah.
Oh. Fun fact.
What is your deal?
I am Gita, humble purveyor of supplies, clothing, and for one such as yourself, weapons and armor.
Really?
This is actually a female Rhodian.
Gotcha. No, it looks like there's no sexual dimorphism, and you can't tell the difference visually.
Not in this game, no.
In other games there would be, though?
I mean, in episode 6, you saw a female Rhodian with like long blonde hair and titties.
We do?
Yeah, during the Jabba's palace when they have that big like the performance with the crazy long mouth lady.
That was a female Rhodian with the long mouth?
No, that wasn't. But like in the background dancers, you could see there's a species that I don't remember. There's a Twi'lek, and then there's a female Rhodian.
No, I do not remember. I'm pulling a blank on that. The one I do remember is the one with the really long snout and the Twi'lek. But
I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, good. I'm about to see female Rhodians in my DMs.
You're gonna get Rhodian titties.
Please spare me, Zach.
No, fuck you. You get to suffer, and you get to suffer.
My favorite.
Hold on.
I love suffering, by which I mean that I don't. I'm not named Zach.
There you go. Have fun with that.
That's an image that I would prefer to have not seen. Anyway, back to game. Does she have anything interesting to sell?
I mean, yeah. So she has... Actually, maybe she doesn't have anything interesting to sell. Hacking crystal, that's kind of whatever. A yellow crystal is also kind of whatever. Oh, the D package.
The D package?
Yeah, dude, the D package.
Fun.
No, she doesn't have anything at the moment. No. So we'll close that out, and we can do this interaction. Right here.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have.
Oh, shit. We're good. Alright, he doesn't have enough money. Well, we make up the percentage by taking a percentage of you back with us.
But I, oh, look! Here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient.
You have the rest that this one owes. Give all owed now.
We could just force persuade our way out of this.
Look at number 2. I forgot about that option entirely.
You two, give me all your credits, and then go jump into the central pit. Wow. I mean, it would save us the trouble of having to kill them.
That's funny. There's a lot of options. It's like, yeah, I work for the exchange. This man is under my protection. And also just this man is under my protection. Leave now. Oh, God.
I don't, or you can say I don't have any money, or do force persuade, scrolled all the way down. This man's lying. I don't have. I don't know him. I don't know his credits. How much does he owes? Leave this man alone. You two better back up before you're kissing what?
Kissing Duracrete.
Oh, is that like supposed to be like concrete, but
it's space concrete.
Whatever. Yeah, space concrete. I was like, I couldn't quite tell. Like, is that a word I'm not familiar with, or is that like a made up one for this world?
It's a Star Wars word.
Gotcha. I don't feel like kissing the ground. So what do we want to be doing here? I mean, I'm okay with sparing this guy, you know, the pain of being broken in half by some gangsters. But what's the best way to go about doing it?
I mean, any of them are kind of. The central pit one is very funny, but that's like super duper dark side.
Yeah, that's real dark side.
That's real.
Jump into the pit. Yes, master.
Yeah.
Give me all your credits and jump into the pit.
We have a high enough persuade that we can do any of the persuade ones. We also have the force persuade one. There's no need for this going your way. We could also just pay. We have enough money, but
we don't need to lose our money. But
no,
what's the what if he's under my protection?
Yeah, leave now. Protects him, but we want him to pay us credits. Silence. This may be more than we can handle. Leave the debtor here. There will be another time.
Another time. But that means they might show up. They might still come for him later and break his kneecaps then.
Something. Why would you do such a thing?
Clearly burning down the place. I don't know what that was in reference to. Wait, anyone in need deserves our help. We're capable of it. Gone about attracting attention. I mean, I'm fine with one.
Cool.
If you say so, I'm not sure I believe it. There's a lot of people who need help in the galaxy. If we stop to help each one, the Sith are going to be on us faster than anything. Let's just accomplish our mission first, then worry about everyone else.
If you say so, buddy. Also, we got influence from that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we can talk to him.
Wouldn't have expected him getting influence if that was his response to it.
Right. Let's talk to this fella.
Are you crazy? That was exchange muscle. When they hear about this, they'll come back a dozen strong and tear you limb from limb.
Then there'll just be more bodies on the floor. I can handle them for now. I need some information. Let them come. Are you going to thank me? Couldn't care less. I'll be going now. You brought me into the mess. Now I'm going to kill you. Wow. Don't worry about them. Time to die. It's just two different flavors of you're dead now.
Time to die. I don't know. What which in you wants? I'm thinking 1 or 2.
Please let the bodies hit the floor.
Correct.
I'd say let's let them come.
Let them come, because I will too.
It's your life. Me, I'm laying low for a while. Maybe they'll forget about me.
Okay. See ya.
RC, see you later.
That was a kind act. It is good to see that one can still show compassion even after the war.
Awkward that the cameraman decided to be all the way across the pit to get that shot, but luckily the person with the boom arm was close enough to still get our the sound from our interaction.
That's pretty funny.
That's funny. It was a minor thing, nothing more. If I can give assistance, I will. Forgive it. Let's move on. Or forget it.
Yeah, I like 2.
I like 2. Yeah.
And that is why I follow you, General. Lead on.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Beodur. Thank you for being such a good boy.
That influence is super fucking important. Just Beodur's influence in general is really important.
Yeah, our son and Beodur have become my favorite party members.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I forgot about this. Bick, get up and go home or else I'll tell Moto to... Oh, new face!
Very funny when all they do is just... When the characters turn
just rotate.
or turn around, yeah, like, doesn't matter like which direction they're looking like or how far they're moving. It's just a rotation. It's not like...
Yeah.
It doesn't involve animating their feet move.
Yeah,
Just
I
funny.
love if you try to talk to this guy.
What's he doing on them? So he's not dead.
No, but you talk to him. He is in no state to have a conversation.
Does that mean he's like blackout drunk or something, or
He's
or is it
probably
worse?
blacked the fuck out. It's fine. Anyways,
He is best boy puppy. He really does seem to be.
He's pretty good. We can talk to this man's. Hello, new face, and welcome to Lupo's Swoop Viewing Gallery.
Interesting.
Thanks. Who do I see? Oh, is he okay?
The owner of his establishment, or is he okay?
I like that. Let's go with 3. Is he okay? He is fine. What can I do for you?
He is fine. You're not even going to give me an explanation.
All right, thanks. I guess. All right.
Right.
Who do I see about a race? Go back and talk to Moto. He'll set you up. Okay, cool. So we could go do the swoop racing thing. There's also Borna. There's an important quest with Borna. We can do that now, or we can come back to this later. We can just solve it now. Actually, we can start clearing things as we go. Unless, actually, let's do all the swoop racing first. In fact, let's do all the swoop racing and then call it so I have a little bit of buffer time.
That's fine.
Shorter stream today. All right, dog. Another mark. I mean racer.
Shorter. It's already approaching 2 hours 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
The chef is calling for races.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, Mark it. Marketable face. You have a very unique face that will be easy to market to the fans.
Right. No, we should have said yeah, right, shithead. Leaves
Fucking
forever.
liar. All right, can I race?
All the monies.
You can, but be forewarned. The heavy lifters are operating today. You must jump to avoid them as they move cargo. All right. Anything else I need to know? The track we use is actually an old sewer system that runs beneath the city, under the refugee camp, around the methane bar, and through the docks. Do you know about the other swoop bikes and the fan blasts?
Wait a minute. Was there a droid there in like the force cell?
In a cage, yeah, there is.
Why?
I don't know. So yeah, other swoop bikes. We're not the only ones that use this track. The tricky part is they run the course in the opposite direction.
That sounds dangerous.
Fan blasts. The sewer vents are still active. The turbines are strong enough to move a swoop bike in whichever direction the fans are facing. Let's go, I guess. All right.
When I first heard that, though, I interpreted fan as like the fans who are watching the race, not literal fan blades.
Yeah, actual fans. All right.
Now, can you do this without failing? This is the question. Well, already off to a slow start.
Yeah, well, it's okay. She's got it. There's a mine. Shit, ma. Oh, God. Yeah, this shit's hard. This sucks a lot. This track is dicks.
Sure, but capture's been on the stream because you did cut out there for a bit on my end.
Oh, okay. This track is dicks. Oh, fuck me. There's another bike. There's a bike.
Yeah, like I said, that sounds dangerous. They're running the same track but in the opposite direction. So what if you just have a head-on collision?
Oh, like I just did?
Yeah.
Get fucked, idiot. Wow. This is, I think, the slowest swoop race I've ever had in my life. God damn it.
It's okay, Zach. It's not going on your permanent record.
God damn. This track is long. I forgot all about how long this track is. Holy shit.
That
Fan
should
blast,
be holy.
Fan blast. Fan blast.
This is worthy of me. You are entertaining the kitty.
I just smacked into another fucking racer. God damn it. Fuck.
Did you break the bike? Did you not even finish?
No, I finished. It's just this is hard, Jared.
I did finish. It just wasn't a very fun come.
I'm not good at video games.
Well,
welcome.
You heard it straight from the mouth of the man himself.
I'm glad to see you survived. Your time was 1:15:51. All right.
That was a very awkward position for Atten.
Yeah. You race well, but you should know that no human can beat this droid at swoop racing. I like number 2. I am not a normal human gill breather. I'll show you what I can do.
Gill breather. Sends telepathic support cookies to Zach.
Thanks, I need it. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I actually can beat it. All right, can I try?
I believe in you. I believe in the Zach boy.
Dog, ugh. You fool.
Even if you don't believe in yourself, I'll believe in you.
Oh, okay, we're good. It almost crashed. Don't worry about it.
The game had it thought about it for a second.
The game had a senior moment.
We all have those.
I have those.
Right now.
Right now. Gotta get this puppy in gear. Okay. Got it. Please, thank you. Got it. All right. Okay. This is much better. Uh-oh, that was a ship. Fucking goddamn it. All right. 51. That's 8 seconds faster than the droid last time.
Okay.
Welcome back. Oh, your time was 51:23. However, the droid posted a time of 49:55. All right.
Was that a better time?
Yeah, 2 seconds faster.
Like better time than what they got before.
Yeah. So we got 51 seconds, which was their last time was 59. We got 51 this time. They got 49.
Damn it.
So
they beat their own. They beat their own time.
I want to see if I'm going to try one more time and see if I can do this. If not, there's a quest for this. Ha 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 ha. But I've never tried to race against the droid just standardly. I always accidentally do
droid?
the droid that we're racing against. The droid that keeps
but
posting
what
better
droid?
time.
Like, it's just.
It's the one in the. It's the one in the force cage behind the guy we're talking to.
Oh, we're racing that droid?
Yeah.
Then why is it in a cage?
Oh, why is it in a cage? Interesting, isn't it? Oh, fucking goddamn it! Oh my god. God damn it, son of a bitch. I do like the aesthetics of this track. This is very cool. Like out in the open, and then like having a fucking ship taking off right in front of us. It's kind of cool.
Getting better.
Yeah, there it goes. Alright, I just don't want to run into any of these fucking things anymore. Got it. Okay.
Oh.
But I did it.
48
I beat
seconds.
the droid. I beat the droid.
Well, you beat the droids last time.
Yeah.
What did they get? What did they get this time?
And what do you think is gonna happen?
I will burn the droid, says the chef. What did the droid get this time?
Your time was 48:44. However, the droid posted a time of 45:57.
So they'll just always beat us.
Well, that's a mystery that we're gonna have to save for next time.
It would seem so. I was gonna say maybe we should go talk to the droid, but yeah, it's fine if we want to beat droid. If we want to come back.
There we go. Bam. Hit OK. Save that
Come back to that next time.
We will. Yeah. I need to start getting ready for I'm going to a show today.
Band show?
Band show, yeah.
Very, very sus droid. I would agree with that.
That droid is pretty fucking sus.
Always winning. Yeah. Even when we beat their previous time, it's pretty sus.
What a little bastard. Okay.
Indeed. You have fun. Yes, I do hope that you have fun,
I hope so.
my guy.
Thank you. I hope so too. They're only like 4 world class groups, but there are 5 open class groups because it's like the whole like California thing, and Vanguard's not fielding, so the Cadet Corps and the A Corps are out this year. So it's like it's BD, Mandy's Academy, and PC. So I'm excited. I've got
Gotcha.
I've got a student marching in Mandarins, which is cool.
Are you going alone or with someone?
I'm going with Kelsey. So
okay.
She gets off work at 4, and then we're just gonna go straight from then. It's out in San Bernardino.
Oh, it's gonna be a bit of a drive.
Yeah, but yesterday's show was in Vista, and we were thinking about going to that one, but by the time we were gonna get on the road, it would have been a 3-hour drive, and we're like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to go down to Vista.
Gotcha.
So
well, anyway, so next time we'll pick up something and be able to maybe figure out what's going on with this droid who's not playing by the rules.
I know.
Or,
I've never.
Maybe it is, but it's just better than us. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never actually raced the droid. I'm pretty sure the droid will always get
better than you.
Yes.
Well,
you can from 2007. You cannot beat the droid. I tried it on the PC using the instant wing glitch. I got 6 seconds and the droid got 4.
So you can't actually beat the droid. Then what's the point?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. We'll get there.
I'm glad you find that funny, Chef.
You
use the instant win glitch and you still can't beat it.
I know,
it is
right?
a secret for now. Well, I mean, that guy already called us a mark at first, so yeah, I'm guessing he's pretty sleazy and he's the cheater, and we'll have to deal with him next time.
Oh, we will, in a big way.
And also maybe talk to that droid. Maybe that droid could drop some hints as to what the fuck's going on.
Right, exactly. So yeah, thanks for hanging. Thanks for cheesing. We will be back hopefully this week, depending how all things play out.
Well, actually, no. This coming week, you're coming out here for a visit.
Yeah, on like Friday. There are days in between now and Friday.
But Nick's going to be here on Thursday, and so I'm going to be with him, and I don't think I'll be streaming on the day that he's here.
I know. There are other days than Thursday. In fact, there are 3 of them.
Okay, but you're usually not as free on those days, so.
Yeah, that's true. I will be free this week, though.
So like I'm just playing the numbers in my head. But if you'd like to or able to.
Yeah, I think I'm free on at least one of those days. So
okay,
I'll keep you posted.
We'll see what happens. Yep. Otherwise, it'll be a week of darkness, as we're not going to really be in a position to do any streaming.
A Week of Darkness, dude. That's got to be racist.
Shut the hell you up.
All right, cool. We will.
The kitty is asking for help. I don't know specifically what they're asking for help in reference to.
Oh, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. We will survive. All right.
They will survive too.
Correct. All right. Deuces, gang. See you later.
Mm-hmm.